Hello everyone, welcome to Agile Digest once again. In today's video, I will try to address few of the comments that you have mentioned where you ask questions. Few of the comments it's not very easy to answer. So I'll go one by one comments that you have done or that you have entered, and I will try to answer them. In some places where I need to share my screen, I will do that. So let's look into our the first comments that I can see, which was came 2 days ago by Nina on the video on PI planning in Jira, where he mentioned, would you be able to provide the little insight how to call roadmap in Confluence? I'm having a hard time in calling it. All right, so whenever you try to have Confluence and you want to have your roadmaps, there are in within Confluence there are multiple roadmaps you can bring in. So let me share my screen. I will quickly explain what are the first levels of timeline. So there are multiple levels of roadmap. One roadmap is coming from advanced roadmap. Believe you are not talking about that. You can create timelines, as you can see in the screen over here. You can bring up these timeline. I'll just expand it, and you can see all the epics and their stories. I'm not talking about the Kanban. I'm not talking about this roadmap or planning right now, but I will try to explain if this is your roadmap, how you can bring that up, and what are the other roadmaps that you can bring in. So we will quickly switch into Confluence. I'll go into Confluence. And I'll just randomly pick some of my space where I will be working on. And I will just create one page. I will not be going for details of Confluence over here. When you are adding any macros, you can bring up from here. So let me see. I'll just give roadmap testing. That's the name. All right. So I will now try to add something like roadmap. Now over here you can see there are multiple roadmaps and timelines are coming up. Let's try to the Jira timeline. This is what we have created. So whenever you will be creating a Jira roadmap, it will be asking paste a Jira instance URL. So what was our Jira instance? I'll just make a duplicate of this tab so that I can copy that URL. So it's asking for paste a Jira instance URL. And this is actually the instance of URL. Let me copy this, paste it, and then it will be asking for which project. So I was creating in a project called Warrior, I believe. And then the board, it was asking for, I think, war board, and click on save. So it will be bringing up that timeline that we have created over there within your Confluence. That's one options. Another options is if I just go a little down, and again I want to add another roadmap. So this is your roadmap planner. This is a static and manually created roadmap where you can add lane, you can rename this lane, you can change color. Let's assume that I'm changing this color. I am editing and I'm saying this is an e-commerce application and this is for my consumer module. Consumer module. I'll save it, and then this one, for example, onboarding. This is one of the feature, and then you can define that wherever you want to put it. This is a very manual and just for a high level timeline. You can click on insert and this timeline will be coming up on your board. There are other roadmap. If you want to have a roadmap, Jira roadmap displays upcoming versions for specific projects. If you have created versions, you will be able to bring it in. And if you are using a Jira Premium editions, in that case, you can bring up the roadmap from your Jira Premium as well. Once you will publish it, let's publish this. So your page is ready. And I'm not going for whiteboard. So this is my roadmap. And if you go back to your projects once again, you can connect that with your Jira project as well. So let me go back to my Jira software once again. And then I will be going for that warrior project. Over here you can see there is a section called project pages. Click on this project pages and you can connect to Confluence. So I think I created on the space name Niladri. I'll connect that. So the page, all the pages that I have created will be listed down over here. I think this is the roadmap testing. If you click on it, it will show the roadmap within Jira. You can still open it on by clicking on this open to Confluence. All right, so I believe this is you were asking, you got your answers. If not, please comment on this video so that I can address it accordingly. All right, so let's go back to our comment sections. 5 days ago, there was another comment, really helpful video. Thank you by Kolkata RCKERZ on what is Scale Agile framework. Okay, thank you. Glad you liked it. Then someone, can you comment on how to use the story issue types? I'm not exactly sure what exactly you're talking about. This is again for PI planning in Jira. How to use story issue types. See, whenever you are working on Jira, based on whatever my understanding is how to use issue types. So story issue types is by default within Jira. If you are not seeing it, what you will be doing is you can go into your this Jira projects. I'll just bring it up over here. And as you can see over here, if you try to create on your Jira project, let's go to the Jira project and click on this plus sign and you able to see this story. If it is not coming up, that because it's not associated with your Jira project. If you click on these project pages, project settings and go into issues, you can find out what are the types is in use, right? These are all coming from the issue type schemes that you are using and story is included. If it is not included, you can click on this action and if you have admin rights, you will be able to edit these issue types. Or you can create a new issue types and you can see story is included. You can remove it or you can add it, whatever you want, and then you can save it. Once you will save it, it will make some changes and it will say, okay, this is done. After that, you will be able to see that story type is there. I believe that is what you are asking. If not, let me know if you have a different question. I'll go to the next questions. I need the presentation, please. It was asked by Shashank1373. Sorry, Shashank, unfortunately, we don't share our PowerPoints. If you want to learn, you can watch the video and every information is there. We'll go to the next comment, which came from Daryl Brown 3691, 6 days ago, unsafe PI planning or program increment, where you mentioned great video with excellent details. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Great, you liked it. Then we got one from Sita Poon 1373. All right, thank you. Then we have just a icon over here. So I believe you liked it. Shan SHANBAGAVLLIPN 1062. Again, PI planning simulation. The next video I have DOR and DOD, where the comment from Ramu Krish 9527 says good. Thank you. On Scale Agile framework, I got 2 weeks ago. Excellent presentations. Thank you by KLARDEW Connect. All right, great. So going forward, if possible, you try to add your name. It will be easy for me to take your name whenever I'm talking about. There is another post we have done. Which framework does your organization primarily use to address regularities? So in YouTube, it's not only the videos, we also add lots of posts. So you can go through those posts and get many tutorials or learning areas. Again, we have the another one, what is Scale Agile framework, where you mentioned thanks for good initial start of SAFe. The Puneet 681, thank you. Then on story point estimations, Shaun on 23 says very useful, thanks. Okay, great. Then on the Agile Matrix video, someone says, really nice. I was practical, but yes, I find some very valuable states in here. Thank you very much. All right, you are welcome. Then we have another video, Wagner Leo Agile Practices on Capacity Planning in Jira. Does anyone has the team capacity spreadsheet to share? This is a chargeable templates, and you can purchase it from our website, and you can go into our website. So over our websites, you will be able to go into all those templates, and all those different templates are there. You can load more templates. This URL is agiledigest.com, has Excel template pop-up, or I will show you. You can just click on that, and all those Excel templates and capacity planner, I think this is the templates that you are looking for. You can click on it. It will take you to the template page where you can purchase it. I will also share the link right over in this window. All right, so over here, I will just reply it. Okay, so this is the link where you can get it. All right, the next video, we have a very good video with clear pictorial representation. Thank you for your effort, much appreciated, on Scale Agile framework by Niharika God. Thank you. Then we'll go to another comments on what is Scale Agile framework. Thanks for the intro, very instructive, but we are now at version 6.0. I understand. This was came from Fadal AHBAKLOUT 9111. Alright, yeah, this video was actually created, I think, 3 years back or some point of time. Again, on the Agile Metrics Simple Fab, you have gained a subscriber who is now a big fan of you. Too good content, bro. Thank you, Ravi. This is Ravi Prasad. Alright, another one is burn down chart. That's a video. And the comment was, one of the best video on sprint burn down chart with almost possible scenarios. Kudos to you, sir, for such amazing content. I might not need any other video on burn down. Respect you, sir. Great, thank you. I have not responded it, so I am just liking it. And I can also have a quick reply. Thank you, Ravi. All right. And then we have another from Olu WAFI says 9879 on the video, what is Kanban, understanding Kanban, and super clarity. So I like these comments and says thank you. All right, then we have something from Santosh Kumar on sprint retrospective, very nicely explained. In fact, in CSM training, it was not explained like this. Great. I'm happy you liked it. So I'll just say thank you. All right. And then on import basic subtask in Jira, it says why shows the wrong process and the correct process. Okay, so Jeff Simman 3467. Yeah, it's actually not the wrong process. Whenever I was creating the video, there was many requests coming up to create that video, and they shows what their common practices are. And based on their understanding, this is what I shown that normally what people try to do and what problem they face, so that they can connect, okay, this is normally we are also doing. It's somewhere they can get the interest to go into that. That's my thought process was. And then we shows what the right way to import those. All right, so I can quickly reply. Watch the comment reply video of Feb 2024. All right, please watch. H8. All right, then I will be going to the next one. Safe PI planning for program increment. This is cool. Thanks. Okay, great. I replied. Thank you. You may be thinking, what's happened? I'm replying it after 4 months because I didn't got enough time to respond to many comments for a long period of time. 5 months ago, there was a comment on your presentation is superb. The Kano analysis looks bit complex. Yeah, Kano analysis normally is not that much in practices, but when you are understanding prioritizations, we try to give you few options that may be related at a simple Scrum level where customers can also be involved. There are many other prioritization which I might not have covered under that, like WSJF or bang for the buck. There are many different other prioritization, but you liked it. Great, thank you. Then I'll go to the next one. The next one is understanding Scrum metrics and KPIs, where someone, Ramesh, you mentioned awesome presentation, great. All right, so that's my thank you to you. We'll go to the next one again, understanding Scrum metrics and KPIs, where Anash 3221. I must thank you for the awesome video. What an explanations. I hope to see more such videos by you. Great job. Thank you. All right. Yeah, sorry, I am replying you back after 5 months. All right, so then we will be going to the next comment, understanding Scrum metrics and KPI. Let me correct in calculating velocity. Sum of 6 sprint is equal to 156, not 157, though outcome is correct. Just correcting so that no one gets confused. Thank you. Yeah, that may be a typo error or some error might have happened. But as long as my goal is to make you understand the concept of velocity and how you can use the velocity, how you can take actions on different fluctuations, how you can define upper margin and lower margins of velocities average so that you can track whether it's going above my upper sigma or lower sigma. So I believe everyone who are watching it, you got the concept. That's my key goal. I'll move to the next one where it's on sprint burndown chart. And the comment from Rokib DD7HS mentioned very informative and very clear deliberations. Okay, great. Then I'll be going to the next one, configure Kanban board in Rally, how to recover the test cases when remove. Please reply quick. See, in Jira, whenever you create test cases, by default, Jira does not have any concept of test cases. You may be using some plugins, and that plugins where you are creating test cases. I'm not sure you are creating those test cases through attachment or not. There are few audit options, and you can enable through administration the thrash option. I know you mentioned to reply quickly, and it's almost 5 months. Sorry for that. I didn't got a chance to reply all those comments. I was little occupied. So I can simply reply, sorry for responding back. You can restore that from bin. THISH. All right, so now I'll be going to the next one. What is Kanban? It's on that video, someone T.E2077, very comprehensive. This was very helpful for me. Great video, 10 stars. Thank you. And I can say thank you now. Then I'll be going to the next one. That's a small video, starting your Agile coach journey. Sir, currently I'm acting as a Scrum Master with CM certifications. Can you suggest me which certification helps me become an Agile coach? To answer, you see, if you are working as a Scrum Master, you are a coach. Because Scrum Master, many times, you are not only just a facilitator, you are coach for the team. And many organizations, you may get opportunity to work as a coach. To become a enterprise coach, as a just call you or just say that I am a real coach or not, you need practices. You may have 3 years or 4 years of practices as a Scrum Master where you have observed how each team are facing challenges, what are the nature of conflicts, what are the practices that you have done or your actions that help them out. because coach cannot be done by just attending 2 days or 3 days training. This is come from your within practices. Though there are few certain areas, we provide agile coaching trainings where we go through all the different practices that you can do, or all the different tools and techniques you can use. But the real coaching, when we talk about, you can only get the benefit of those training if you have that much of experience, because many decisions cannot be formulated. You need to take the decision based on the current situation. Each organizations are different, the cultures are different, and we need to respect that existing culture to apply your new learning. If you want to know more, let me know. I will be able to create little more videos on that. I need to understand what exactly your question is. So I'll say sorry for the late response. Please watch the video title, comment, response. I think I don't know what the title I'll be giving. That's video on comment response, Feb 2024. Okay. All right, so now I'll go to the next one. What is Scaled Agile Framework? Sir, is this PowerPoint presentation or which tool did you share? Yeah, this is a pure PowerPoint presentation, because I used to work on PowerPoint where PowerPoint was not there. If you remember, or if you are someone having a computer experience from the year 1998 or 2000, we used to work on something called Harvard Graphics. And from there, I got that interest on working on presentations. So now it's kind of more than 20 years, 26 years I built that. So it's not, when I started building this kind of PowerPoint, I realized it's not very tough. You need to have just a creative thinking and little knowledge on how to add those animations, how to make it more, the colors should be more harmonious, and how you need to think from your audience point of view. You'll be able to make it. All right, so I can say responded on the video, comment, response, Feb 2024. I'll just copy this. I may need this in future. Okay, there was a short videos brainstorming techniques of design thinking. Someone just mentioned unlock creativity with design thinking brainstorming techniques by Asama Habib. Okay, okay, I'm not sure what exactly your question is. Thanks for responding. The next one we have what is Kanban? Understanding Kanban on Agile framework. Good explanation, sir. Keep it up. Okay, thank you. And I'll say thank you here. All right. Now, capacity planning in Jira. Can you please tell me if this is available in Jira Cloud? If so, what is the name of the add-on? See, when I had created the video, I might have created the video long time back. Let me see what was the creation date. It was created, I think, a long time back, 6 years ago. That point of time, there was a plugin for Capacity Planner. After that, many people asked, and I also tried, but I didn't found that plugin anymore. I'm not sure if there is any other company they created similar kind of plugin. So sorry, I don't have the exact answer that you are expecting. Then I'll go to the next one, which came from Mimi RS on what is Scaled Agile Framework, quality content, sir. Thank you. I'll just like it. Reply, thank you. Then there was one short challenges on Agile transformation, simple and good enough. Okay, great. Thank you. And then Scrum Master can be a technical person. There is a question. Or should Scrum Master be a technical? The answer depends on what your definition of technical is. Yeah, that's a very good point. So many people, they may think Technical means working on Jira or doing coding, or technical means creating jazzy reports, whatever the technical is. But if you watch the video, you will get to know what exactly the answer is. Great, thank you. Sprint review meetings and XTL, X talent NG 6 months ago mentioned great video, excellent explanations of the process. Thank you, you liked it. All right, and then I will be going for understanding Scrum metrics and KPIs, Agile best channel ever on Agile methodology. Great, thank you. Though it was 6 months ago. And then what is Scale Agile framework? Someone says nice video, great, thank you. Then another video from Sonal Raha 4299, product backlog grooming, where it says thank you very much. Okay, you are welcome. Then we have Scrum roles and responsibility video. Someone says I have an exam. Please share PDF ASP for your videos. Not sure what exactly you mean to say. I SUNARI. Sorry for the late response. We don't share our content in public. Extremely sorry for that. All right, and then save PI planning in program increment. I just subscribe. All right, thank you. Then we have another video on safe PI planning for program increment. Again, this one @user EQ someone. I just joined the Telegram group link. Thank you so much. All right, you are welcome. The next comment on user story in details for Agile software development by Anila Ganti 1017. How can we say that the user story is good or perfect? Okay. Why do we need to say user story good or perfect? We need to think about what is the purpose of our user story. User story, why we call it as a user story? Because it belongs to a user's need and you write it as a user story. So if you really want to categorize it's a good user story or bad user story, you need to make sure it's follow the invest criteria. You remember invest? Independent, negotiable, valuable, estimable, small and testable. And it follow the 3C criteria: card, conversation and confirmation. You need to make sure that content is not important. Whenever you write the card statement as a I want so that's not enough. You need to have that conversation, and based on that conversations you will be bringing up the confirmation area, the acceptance criteria. That is more important. Now, I'm not sure how do you judge good or bad, but at least your user story should meet that invest criteria, have that 3C and go through the conversation prioritized by the product owner. You are good. So I will say reply. Okay, I'll just paste that. Respondent on the video, comment RESPONAC, comments response. Okay. All right, so next I will go with innovation and planning iteration on that video. Excellent video as always, sir. Okay, great, thank you. And I can say thank you. All right. Then someone asked a question, feature and story slicing technique, how to split user stories and Agile Digest. Do Scrum Master need to know this in depth too? Very good question. See, if you are a Scrum Master, you are not just running and facilitating those events and ceremonies. There are many other areas where the organization, so you have two different responsibility. One responsibility is for the team and another responsibility for the organization. So in your organizations, if they got a new product owner who is new to Scrum or Agile, They need someone to coach you. So you can say, okay, I don't have the idea, they may find out someone, but it's always better if you know it. There is no limitations of gaining knowledge, and if you know how to slice that user story, you may help the product owner to understand that. You can run some product owner workshops, right? Everyone wants to grow, and if you want to grow, you need to move out your comfort zone's boundary and try to do some extra miles. So this is not mandatory, but as much as you know, it's always better for you. So I will just respond in the video, comment, respond, February 2024. You can watch my response from here. Then I'll go to Safe PI Planning Program Increment video by the Tutankhamen 1. This is by far the most in-depth, concise, detailed tutorial of PI planning bar none. Thanks Niladri for this tutorial. Okay, great. You are welcome, and thank you for the response. All right, then I'll be going to the next comment. What is Scaled Agile Framework? So can you please put the presentation and some shared drive so we can download it? It was by Iba so sorry, we don't share our content in public. Public. Then we have what is Scale Agile Framework? No words. Thank you, sir. Much simple explanations. Okay, great. Thank you. Daily stand-up meetings, Scrum, Agile Digest, great presentation, excellent material. Is it possible to access the presentations? Sorry again, as a policy, we don't share our tutorial content. CONTENT. All right. Then sprint burndown chart, very nice detailed explanation, sir. Okay, reply, thank you. All right, and then we'll go for product backlog. Excellent template is really good, seems to worth the price. If anyone need any, though free templates are also available, it would be great if the template follows the agile. Anyways, kudos. Yeah, this came from Rishi Chandel 2816. Yeah, I understand this one is not following the true way agile says, because we have says couple of areas of planning, means estimating the story points in this template. There is one is complexity bucket. On the same structure we ask them to do the story point estimation. This is required for any teams which are new to agile and transitioning to story point estimation from the traditional way of estimation in one day become very challenging. That's what I have observed, and based on that we created similar kind of templates that help them to for a easy transition. That's the goal. So I can also paste that RESPONSE on Feb 2024. All right, and then restricting log time in Jira. Can we add hours spent on different dates between actual work status? Yes, you can do that. So if I bring up my Jira screen, how you can do that? Whenever you are logging hours, can you so I will be bringing up my Jira. For example, this is my Jira. I'll go back to my project or any story that I can find. Okay, so let's bring up this one user story, and over here what I will be doing is I will log hours. Now if I want to log hours, I will click on this three dot and click on log work. Whenever you are logging work, it says time spent. For example, I spent 30 minutes. Over here it says what is the date and time you actually have spent that. So I can select previous days as well, that I am logging this 30 minutes and where actually I have started this time. So it will be saying that if you have started at 3:53 p.m. and you spend 39, it will be log on that time. So let me save that, and if you look into their history now, Let me look into their activity and the work log. You can see log 30 minutes 2 days ago. So this was actually showing that when exactly the time was logged. I believe this answer your questions, and I will be saying reply on this. Yes, you can reply. And then we'll go to the next one, sprint burn down chart. Excellent. Okay, thank you. All right. And then the next we have import basic subtask in Jira. This is the same video. Thank you very much for the video. I was having problems for a while. Great. You are welcome. All right, so the next one, the next comment, what is in capacity planning, and it was by Bevav B9472. How to do capacity planning for sprint 1 project is just started, and I am beginner in this. Anyone have Excel template with formula, then please give it. Okay, if it is the questions to anyone, I'm not sure whether you received it or not. When you are talking about sprint 1 and you are doing capacity planning, first thing you need to understand, as a team, the suggested and recommended way of doing capacity planning for a mature team is using the story points. How? You can take the velocity and take that velocity as your capacity. So what is velocity? The average of last couple of sprints total completed story point, maybe 6 sprints or maybe 10 sprints, whatever is comfortable for your organization. Now if it is, let's say, 30, you keep that 30 as your capacity, and you can go little lesser than that. Don't fill up the whole load that you have. Now, many organizations who are also transitioning into agile way of working, or somewhere there are many challenges in practical situations. There are billing dependencies are there with the clients, and they says, okay, we want to have subtask. If you are having subtask, they says we need to estimate in effort hours. So if you are doing it in effort hours, even it is sprint 1 or sprint 5, doesn't matter, you will be doing, go into our capacity planning, you will be able to understand how we can do that. If you are doing with story point in the first sprint, you may feel struggle because you don't have an history at that point of time. So you will not be getting that velocity. In that case, you can go with story point estimations or go with a scaled agile formula. They says for use it for the first sprint. What is the formula? Total number of developer excluding your scrum master and product owner. So if you have 7 members, remove scrum master and product owner, you have 5, and then multiply by 8 as a constant number. So that 8 is the number for 2 week sprint. You can use 4 week, you can use as 4 for a 1 week sprint. You can use it as 12 as 3 week sprint. So if you wants to do that, 2 week sprint, number 8, 5 members, multiply 40, use that 40 as a calculation point for sprint 1, and never look back, because by the time you end your sprint 1, you already established your velocity, and try to use that. So first decide you want to go with a velocity based capacity planning or hourly based capacity planning. If you are going with velocity based capacity planning, you do it in this way. Hourly based, create subtask, assign the subtasks to individuals, and then ask them to estimate how much hours they need. And that is why the assignments happen at the time of planning. So capacity planning, you watch this video, you will be able to find it. So I will be able to respond on the video. Okay. And capacity planning in Rally, previous video link please. Not sure which one, not sure which previous link video. And this was again from Bevav. Okay. And then I got one comment on the OKR video. Thanks for the video, highly useful. Okay, great, you are welcome. All right, so lots of rings. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean to say. How long your sprint planning meeting takes? All right, so this was by Pio Traruto. All right, let's go to the next one, understanding planning poker. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and time. You made it so easy to understand and very clear. Okay, thank you. All right, and what is capacity planning? Thank you, sir. Okay, great. I'm not writing it now. This I'm going 9 months ago. I'll go till 1 year, and after that, I will be creating this kind of video at least once a month if I see a high volume of questions are coming up. Safe PI planning on program increment. This is coming. Thank you, sir. Okay, great. And I will just say thank you. Jira, how to calculate story age in particular state or columns. This is what how the video was, and thanks for sharing. This was very valuable techniques. Okay, you are welcome. All right, so different types of prioritization, agile prioritization techniques. Your voice is not clear. Can you list those techniques in the description? Yes, I am sorry. The voice is not clear. See, whenever we go for prioritization, if you are able to hear me from this audio, you have your affinity analysis, you have your Moscow analysis, must have, should have, could have, that one. Then you may do ranking. There is another one we talked about on our prioritization video about Cano analysis, where we go with the customer satisfaction and how much we implemented, how much we not implemented, so that we can find what are the delightful feature, what are the basic needs, what are the one dimensional features on those areas. There are another techniques that called bang for the buck. In safe for feature or anything above story, it's maybe epics, it may be capabilities, where you can use WSJ, weighted shorted job first. I'm sorry, the voice is not clear. Okay, and I'll just submit this. Then efficient scrum master, this is one of our course, we'll look into this. Thanks. Okay, great. Thank you. So efficient scrum master is one of our certifications program that we do, which goes for kind of 1 month or so, which includes a very extensive practical oriented work where you have a live projects kind of thing. So let's not talk about that. And then we have user story details for agile software development by RUQY3JG. Yet another XP practices that has been screwed up by Scrum. Okay, I'm not sure what to respond. User story in details for agile software development. Okay, I'm not sure what to respond, so I'm just ignoring this one. Innovation and planning iteration, excellent video. Thank you for the details. Okay, great. You are welcome. Then I will go for the next one, safe PI planning program increment. Thanks a lot. Very good explanations. You are welcome. All right. And then sprint planning and tracking Excel, how to use. We have, for example, the capacity and sprint planning and tracking 4 weeks iteration templates to be used for 4 weeks iteration, sprint execution for project. Is there an option to reuse same 4 weeks template and switch it to 2 weeks or 3 weeks iteration sprint for another projects? I am not totally visualize your answer question. So there are different templates, 2 weeks, 3 weeks and 4 weeks. And as the template needs certain numbers of columns to be fixed for each days, so 2 weeks sprint cannot be changed to 3 weeks, or 3 weeks sprint cannot be changed to 2 weeks or 4 weeks. If you wants to work the templates for different project, make a copy and rename those files with different teams name. But if you are using 2 week sprint teams, that will be a different template. If you are using 3 week sprint, that will be a different template. I believe that answered your question. If not, feel free to respond me back. So I will just answer it over here. The same thing responded on the video. Comment response Feb 2024. All right. And then I will be going for wonderful. Thanks working on my PMP certification. All right, Scrum Matrix. I'll just reply welcome. All right, so next one I have on capacity planning in Jira. I can't find organize in Jira apps. Please advise on the name has been changed. Yes, that plugin is no longer exist. All right. Safe PI planning or program increment. Is there a way I can get a slides or a PDF versions of the teaching, please? Sorry again. We don't share our tutorial content. Then we have the next one, capacity planning in Jira. Very informative and understandable. Thank you. All right. You are welcome. This one says, well explained on Kanban by MAQ03. All right. Thank you. All right. Why Agile transformation? Someone mentioned like that content. Okay, great. I like your comment. Safe PI planning on program increment 10 months ago. Someone says thanks. Okay. Agile transformation case study. A nice session. Got good insights of overall process. Okay. Great. And I can say thank you. Then safe PI planning or program increment. Thank you very much for this video. You are welcome. Understanding Scrum metrics. Suresh Patel says very informative content for people working on Scrum. Okay, thank you. Then I'll be going to the another short video about pair programming. Thanks, sirs. Okay, reply. You are welcome. Okay. What is backlog prioritization for Agile software? Someone says thanks. Okay. Welcome. Capacity planning in Jira. This was informative tutorial. Have a question. Why can't I see organized tab in my Jira? Is this something require as a add-ons additionally needs to purchase? Yes, it was a paid plugin, but it's no longer exist. Okay, I'll reply. All right. Agile coaching tones. No content. I'm not sure what exactly you mean by no content. Okay, so I don't know what to answer. And then continuous improvement. Mata Didi just says, okay, great. Then I have introducing ESM. I'm waiting for the cluster going to start on 13 March. Okay, great. Okay, Mahesh Babu was attended that. All right. Scrum Master can be a technical person. Should Scrum Master be technical? What is the agile age limit of Scrum Master? Okay. See, as such, there is no age limit as long as you are interested. Interested. Okay, let me speak it out over here. See, there is no as such age limit of a scrum master. It may be interesting for you, maybe thinking till how long you as act as a scrum master. Scrum master, if anyone is really wants to act as a scrum master, this is someone's passion, someone willing to act as a facilitator or wants to go into Agile, someone, if you think this is a career opportunity, you can do Scrum Master as long as you want till the time you are actually creating the change within your team. As a Scrum Master, you are making your team self-organizing, you are motivated, and you are making your team self-motivated. You are resolving all their conflicts, you are creating trainings, educating other, helping the organizations. But maybe in your point of time there is a career path of Scrum. So you may think about, after Scrum Master, what I can go for. You can go as an RT, you can go as a coach, you can go as a trainer, you can go as more into the lean portfolio management. There are many different ways. We can take a different discussions on that areas. So age limit, typically you may see the majority of the age limit between 30 to 45 ish you will able to see, because some point of time, if you are very new into this career, or if you are very young, let's say you are 23 24 years age, and where the developers are 30 and 40 years age, to apply your concept or apply those Scrum process where you need to apply some discipline will be little hard. They may not obey you, or they may not take you seriously. So if you really wants to work as a Scrum Master, to me, I may be wrong, but it will be somewhere between 30 to 45 years will be right time. All right, I'll going into the next comment. Sprint burndown chart 11 months ago by Dilyana Velinova says, excellent video, thank you. All right, and I will say you are welcome. All right, and then backlog health, what is the expected story point where we take it from? Okay, so if you actually have watched that video, in somewhere I mentions that a terms called expected story points. What exactly it is, every organizations have a standard to maintain a good health of their product backlog. And what is that standard? Few organizations says that we need to have always twice of my velocity in ready state in my backlog. So what is ready state? All the stories should meet the definition of ready, and it estimated. So if your velocity is 30, my expected story point to become 100% healthy is 30 into 2. Why 2? Because twice of my velocity. Velocity is 30, twice of my velocity is 60. That is my expected story points to be always in refined state. Now that number can be 1 time of velocity, 3 times of velocity, all depends on what's your organization standard is. There are many organizations, they don't follow it. So in that case, you may not be able to get some. If you are a Scrum Master, you understand the concept, you can try to apply that. Because keeping backlog in healthy state means making at least twice 2 sprints story in ready state is always beneficial, because whenever you going for sprint planning, your product owner is not present, or some stories needs to be removed out, you should not be wasting time to refine at the time of sprint planning. Though you can do a high level of refinement, but if there are some dependency that you need to resolve, it should have already be done, and that is the purpose of maintaining a backlog health. So I will just reply you back over here, though it was 11 months before's comment. Story point estimation using complexity bucket. Okay, we almost spent kind of 53 minutes. I'll go for 7 more minutes for this video. Hi Nilesh, my name is Niladri. Simple adding complexity to and equating it to story point is not a correct approach based on UI, DB and other area complexity. If the team members select the story point for each and it is added, then the estimation is correct. Overall, good presentation, clear, walk through, appreciate your effort. Yes, you are right. And yeah, so this one again, I have responded on the same video. The complexity bucket is not as per Agile way of working. Many people, they needs to get introduced with story point. So if you are a scrum master and you are trying to introduce story point and ask them to estimate story point, sometimes they may be doing it without knowing that what is the details of the 4 factors that you use for story point estimation, because there is an organization pressure. So few of the places when I was doing the agile transformations, I applied this term. So story point should not be something new, and later on I will introduce, okay, let's not use this complexity bucket, we will do the story points by using this 4 factor. Now in this template we also have that 4 factor transitions, that how you will be thinking about the unknowns. What is the range? Small, medium, large, Excel. Or what do you think about the volume of work? Small, medium, large, Excel. In that way we did the calculation, so they can actually get the way how to work, and later on we can remove this template and let the team do that without using any this kind of template, where you need to think about, okay, you need to do the story point estimation based on volume of work, the complexity, how much you know and how much you don't know, based on that. All right, so let's move to the next one, which was came 1 years ago. Scrum Master and Agile Coach. If a user story is spilling over to next sprint and not able to slice since it is complete functionality, how to avoid it? So in my project sprint board, lot of user stories which are not ready to ready to deploy for production and ready for business testing. There can we move the stories which we are not working on backlog. See, let me answer that. There can be many different ways, but whenever you are completing a stories, whenever you are completing a sprint, any story which is 99%, any story which is even 99.9% completed, we treat them as not done. Until it is not meeting your definition of done, it's not done. Now few team, they split the stories in such a way that whatever they says completed and keep it in this, and they split the stories to the remaining part for the next. What I'll suggest, keep the story as it is, because if you remember, we talk about story should be independent. Now if you split it, it's no longer independent. Now at the same time, whenever you are completing a sprint, you will be moving the stories to the backlog. Ideally, your product owner will take a decisions that whether they want to put into backlog, they want to abandon it, they want to prioritize it, they want to put into bottom of the backlog. When you are doing the sprint planning next day, your product owner may says, okay, let's complete that, or product owner says, okay, no, ignore it, I have something more important to work on. Now when you are bringing up the new story, is that need to re-estimate? Yes, because when you have estimated initially, that time there was a different complexity, your knowledge was different, now it's different. So the story point may come up or may come down on the next sprint, because during work you realize the estimation, the complexity is too large, which you might not have anticipated in the previous sprint planning. So many things can be possible. So slicing is not mandatory, and if you can try to avoid that, so that each story should be there. And many people says, okay, how about the credit of story points, that we will be keeping it, and how much we'll be moving it? If it is not completed, it's not completed, right? So your team needs to be check how much they can complete as a velocity point. There is no point or concern about how much credit we will get, because no one is going to judge you with other teams. It's your velocity, your speed, right? All right, so you can watch this from this video. I will take this as a last comment, and I am not going much beyond. Going forward, what I will be doing is every month, maybe at the end of the month, I will create a kind of a small video where I'll cover all the comments that I have received so far in this month, since I last created this video. And if you guys want that I create a live sessions at least once in a month, where everyone you can come live and ask for questions, where I'll be giving live answers, let me know. what's your preference about in terms of day and time, because I know you are from different countries and different time zones. I may not be able to meet all the time zones, but I will try to find one common times where most of you can join. So I'll see you in my next video. Till that time, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.